Hey, welcome to another session of Another Nugget. I'm going to show you in this video how to get signups in Best Easy Work in whatever business you're in. So if you're in a business opportunity not getting any signups, I'm going to, give you a shortcut way of how to get signups and how you should kind of position yourself to get signups. So I get this question a lot. People see you having results and they're like, well, how are you getting signups? And it's like, they think it's a magic bullet, like this happens and then this happens and then bingo, you have signups. And it kind of is that process, but you know what? It starts at a special place. And I'm just going to show you a diagram to show you what I mean by that. It starts at the place where you have belief. Because believe it or not, someone tells you something. If you don't believe it, somehow you don't do the things that's necessary to make things happen for yourself. So, just like the thought that whatever you're doing now, your current profession or whatever it is, you believe in what you do. When you show up for work, it's like, you know what? I know what I'm doing. I see the end result of it. So you have that strong belief in your job, in your career, in what you know in terms of what you're doing. So because of that belief, your attitude towards it is different. When someone approaches you and they say anything about your job or your career or your chosen hobby, you have a certain amount of attitude that you impart to them to say, you know what, this is not crap. What I'm doing is important to me, it's valuable, it's of some use. So your attitude to how you express that to someone, it's very strong. It definitely comes across that you're not wimpy about it. So it goes back to, how do you get signups in your business? It has to start with the belief level. You have to believe in the business that you're promoting, that it's of some value, it's viable. You just have to have some belief in it. Now, if your belief is very weak, what's going to happen is your attitude about it, your presence around it is not going to be that great. And because it's not going to be that great, you're going to lack the action. You're not going to take the massive action that you will take if you had belief. Now, the thing is, what would you do if you really believed in something, right? If you really liked something, it's like the form of a expression of love. When you really like someone, you can't help but to smile and giggle like there's no tomorrow. It just oozes out of you. There's just nothing else about it. It's like it just does that to you. Your attitude and how the entire way you are around that person is just totally different because your belief and your strong um, like for that person just makes that attitude of you being a positive person around them, very happy, smiley around them. It just kind of have that come out in you. The same thing in your business. If you believe in your business, what ends up happening is your attitude starts changing. Because your attitude starts changing, your actions start changing as well. And that's how you get results. Because if you had some belief in your business, it's like, what would you do if you believed in something, if you really liked something? You definitely do certain things. You'd want to do certain things. And because of that, you have results. Now, sometimes people say, well, just tell me what to do and I'll go do it and I'll see what happens. You know what? If this step is missing, no matter what someone shows you, you are not going to have results because you are not going to do the action necessary. Your brain is not going to say, you know what, I need to do this with me involved. I need to put my personality in it and make sure, I'm representing this business as me. And back to the scenario of liking someone. When you like someone, no one has to tell you, do this and say this and do that. They just need to give you the basis of, when you like someone, go up to them and talk to them and introduce yourself. They just need to give you the basis of what you need to do. And then you will fill in the rest because of your belief and your strong like for this person. You fill in the rest. The same thing here. Someone could give you all this stuff. I mean, could show you, okay, go here, post, 10 ads on this site, and when people respond back to your ad, do this. But you know what? If your belief is not strong enough, you're not gonna, somehow interject in what you're doing just by placing those ads. You won't do it very well because you probably do it in a sense a half-hearted way. where you're saying, okay, I'm just going to go post the ads and see what happens. As opposed to if you had strong belief, you'd look at the ad going, you know what? I think I want to do this with this ad. Or, you know what? I think I'm going to put this ad on this site and then I'll see how this happens. So your mind will begin to shift and think about things differently. So your action, even though you have the blueprint of, post this ad, do this, your mind then fills in the details of, okay, how can I make it great for me? So that's the nugget here. So how do you strengthen your belief? You strengthen your belief by, biggest tip I can give you is, you know what? Read books. That's the biggest way. So some of the books that I've read, and one of the most powerful books I've read that I'm going to introduce you to is called The Richest Man in Babylon. And if you don't want to read it, which I didn't read it per se, I actually listened to it on audio. So just Google it, on YouTube and find that book. It's a powerful book to reshape your belief in terms of, especially in this niche of make money online. This will strengthen your belief and your resolve in this industry. Now, once that's strengthened, just by, reading that book or listening to different motivational things around the subject of money, definitely Richard Kiyosaki's book of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that could help your belief as well. Then you'll see that your attitude about this entire industry changed. And once that changed, there's no stopping you because your action is just going to be so massive. Now, when I started out, my belief was really, I knew I wanted more, but I wasn't strong in my belief because you know what? I wasn't having any success. And it's like, well, if I'm not having no success, it's not going to work for me because people want people to have success. But you know what? Everyone starts at zero, right? And since we all have to start at zero, the only thing that separates someone who's having success from not having success is that they started with the belief, which led them to have the right attitude, which led them to the action. So first work on your belief by reading, I suggest Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Richest Man in Babylon. Then your attitude will change. The action step, something I can help you as well with, is to start posting ads. Definitely start posting ads and posting lots of them. And then the results will happen. So the thing I want you to check out after this video, because this definitely ties into this video, is I did another video and I'm going to post it here. It says how to siphon traffic from free traffic sites. Now, once you have your belief all set, you know why you're doing this. Your belief is solid. It's getting stronger and stronger. And this is not something that happens overnight. You definitely want to, do this. And, because I definitely listen to The Richest Man in Babylon like every single day, every chance I get, because that book was such an amazing book that I found. So you find your own book if you need to, but that's what I suggested that worked for me. Then my attitude starts changing. I started doing things differently. I mean, not different from what people said I should do. I mean, I've always heard the same steps, You have something, you got to have a process that people go to, that then go to your website. So it won't change. That process won't change. But you know what? When your belief does, the end results does. And that's what I want to show you. So work on your belief. And then once you're getting that in check, so you continue to work on your belief, your attitude is going to change. Not overnight, but you're going to see gradual change to the point where you go, you know what? I have such strong resolve in my business and what I'm doing online that nothing could stop me. Your action will then become massive, and then you could start having results. But another thing I don't want you to fail at this point is you got to take the right action. So that's why I made this video here, to show you the right actions to take. So you could actually have more business happening, and more business, more activity, and more things happening in your business. So at the end of this video, I'll post a link to this video so you're able to get a continuity of this entire process of how you could really get signups in your business. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you got some value out of this, and I really want you to hone in on what I mentioned here, that it all starts right here. If you can work on this and perfect this, then the rest will follow, because you know what? Because this is going to be strong, you're going to be more apt to doing the right things that will lead you to the results. But it all starts here. Once you have this going, definitely make sure you see my other video that talks about how to siphon traffic from free traffic exchanges, and pretty much is about traffic, because that's the action step you're going to be taking, and you do not want to do that part wrong, because then it kind of hinges on the results part of it. So make sure you check that video out as well.